Hello and welcome, Adam Thomas from Balancing Touch Reflexology. So good to see you and thanks for joining me today. So today we look at part 2 of the digestive system. So we're going to look at the lower digestive tract now. If you haven't seen part 1, I'll put a link in the description below and you can watch that. So you don't necessarily have to watch it in order, but if you haven't seen that, it might be a good idea to go watch the other one. Part 2, lower digestive tract. Let's go take a look at it. So for this section, we're going to work on the lower digestive system, and I'm going to do it backwards because I think it's easier to kind of see how it works, because the large intestine actually is a nice outline for the small intestine to fit in, right? So way to find it is it comes from the right foot, and then it goes over to the left foot. Okay, and that's the way it follows in your body, right? So let's just start with it here. So the first point is you want to come around the heel here to the top of the heel. So when you kind of feel this bone start to round at the top, that's where you want to start. And this is known as the hip line, okay, in reflexology. So you have, if I can squish it there and show you the top where the heel just comes around the corner. And then if you drew a line across, this would be the hip line, okay? And so I like to lift it up a little bit, so it gets me a little bit in a better position here. The hooking part of my thumb. So I'm going to be a bit on a 45-degree angle here. And there's a little part in here, a little valve, which is really not a valve at all. It's a sphincter, right? It opens and closes. But it's called the Ileocecal valve, okay? And so this is the first point that I would work. So 1, 2, 3. And what I'm doing is hooking it on an angle towards the palm of my hand. 1, 2, 3, okay? Then you're gonna walk straight up and you wanna stop at just under the waistline. And the waistline is that bone that sticks out. So if you slide your thumb up, you're going to feel a bone right there, and that's how far you want to go up. So you're going to walk up, turn, and walk directly to the middle, the medial side, right? So up and walk straight there. And so this is basically the ascending colon and the transverse colon. Okay, so then you want to imagine, or actually feel it, there's where the waistline is. So you want to continue this line, walking straight across this way. And then in a natural colon, in a healthy one, the shape of it goes up slightly. So what I like to do is walk straight across. And then when I get into zone 5 here, I just dip above the waistline. Okay, so the waistline's right there. And so I just dip above it. Okay, and that's the second half of the transverse colon. Then I want to walk down to the hip line on this side. So again, where the bones come around this way. Okay, so walk to there. Then it does a neat little thing. So that's the descending colon. And then it goes into the sigmoid colon, which is a funky little V shape here. Okay, so then I turn my wrist and my elbow, and I'm going to walk to the center of the heel, which is right there. Okay, so from there to there. Okay, and then I'm going to drop my elbow down a little bit, and then I'm going to walk up to the other side of the hip line. Okay, so I walk there. Then what I'm going to do is do a little flippy-do here with my hand, and I'm just going to walk it out and around the ankle. And I'm just going to go up a little bit. And that's basically sigmoid colon out, and then we're out and free, right? So all the waste goes out and flushes down. Okay, so again, just really quickly, starting here, go up, over. Continue the transverse colon up and a little dip up, down to there, around, flip the hand, and walk out and around. Okay, And that's basically setting up a nice outline for where the small intestines go. Okay, so to work the small intestines now, just imagine that line being like this, and we can just go as a free-for-all everything below that. Okay, so a little squiggly, you know, if you've seen pictures of the small intestine, it squiggles and wiggles around and, you know, works all in here. So again, there's no direction with this. With the colon though, again, it's a clockwise direction that you want to follow, because that's the natural direction that it follows through your body, right? Okay, so you can just kind of do dot to dot, thumbs, you can work it any way that you want, right? And because it's a harder part of the foot, it takes a bit more energy and effort to work, okay? And then so once you're done with this side, you can come over here and just imagine again what it was like to go like this and around. So now we have all this area in here with the little triangle shape there, the sigmoid colon, right? And so again, we can just work it. Until that's all done. So there you go, that's how you would work the colon and the large intestine and the small intestine, okay? Again, large intestine goes up, over, down, and then everything in between is the small intestine. And the small intestine over here joins the large intestine, right, at the ileocecal valve, and then continues on the way out. Good. One that I don't want to forget, which is super important in the digestive system, is the pancreas, right? So in the last video, if you haven't seen that already, go check that out. But we worked where the stomach was, okay? So we did the mouth, we did the esophagus, and then we did the stomach. So in behind the stomach is the pancreas, okay? And like I said in the first video, you don't want to work the stomach counterclockwise. You always want to work it clockwise. So I'll just show you how to work the stomach again. So you take your thumb and you walk across just underneath the diaphragm line, okay? And you stop at zone 5 basically, so zone 4 here, right? Stop over there, and then you continue down and around like a backwards C, or almost like a J without you know, it going all the way across, right? But just a backwards C, I guess it is. And waistline is here, and so you just work down and around this way. So if I leave my thumbs here like this, okay, you can see a nice space right in between my thumbs, okay? And this is how I work the pancreas, because the pancreas is found right in behind the stomach there. So I don't want to back up the stomach or work it the wrong way. So if I leave this thumb here, when I work the stomach, come across, and then I'll just leave it there, I can take my right hand and work the pancreas. So all that area that was in between, I can now work. And it's the pancreas. Okay? So right in there, there's the end of the stomach. And you'll see that there's no way that I can kind of back the stomach up in this direction, right? So I can only go lines across this way. And that's what you want to do when you're working the pancreas, okay? So there's the outline where the stomach is, and everything in between there is the pancreas. And so you want to work that, right? So there you go, there's part 2 of the digestive system. So hopefully that helps. Again, what we did cover was the mouth, down the esophagus here, mouth, down the esophagus, into the stomach, and then we have the pancreas here, right? Stomach goes into small intestine, which is all wiggly all in here, right? Over on this side we had the liver, we had the gallbladder, and then we had the large intestine and the small intestines all in there. So that's a big area to work for the digestive system. So there you go, whole digestive system now, if you've watched part 1. Right? If you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch it again. It'll be, link is in the description, right? Great system, digestive system. It does so much for us, and so it's really great to have a tool like reflexology to thank the digestive system by working it on our feet and reflecting it into the rest of the body, making, you know, the system be even more effective than it already is. So hopefully this helped, this 2 little part series. Yeah, so until next time, Adam Thomas from Balancing Touch Reflexology. Remember to keep those feet happy, because then you'll be happy. When your feet are happy, you're happy, right? Works both ways. Keep those feet happy. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching today. Let me know what you thought of this video by leaving a comment below. Any type of feedback can be useful and help others in reflexology. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with anybody that you think might be interested in it. If you're interested in reflexology, this might be a channel to subscribe to. If you haven't already, hit, or better yet, step on that bell icon, and then you'll be notified when the next video is coming out. If you're looking for a reflexology chart, head on over to balancingtouch.ca. We have created a bunch of visually exciting, easy to understand reflexology charts for you. And if you have some more time, check out some other videos. Till next time, this is Adam Thomas from balancingtouch.ca. See you later.